Morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Mantra Monday. Well, today is special because it is Mental Health Day, and for a lot of us, this is a day for gratitude, for reflecting. For some of us, dear ones have transitioned on a day like this or as a result of mental health issues. And so it's a day to just honor being here, honor them, remembering them in love, and knowing that we're not alone. There's always a way to reach out. With Mantra Monday, it's a time for compassion, for healing, for reflection. And it's sobering in a lot of ways because a lot's been going on through the year. COVID has taught us a lot about paying attention to our mind, bodies, our emotions, and our souls. And as a result, there's been, for a lot of people, post traumatic stress and also post traumatic growth and healing. And wherever you are in there, there's no right or wrong. It's just a moment for now, today, to really pause and say, what are we grateful for in our lives today? What are we hoping for in our lives today? Who do we want to reach out to? Um, Recently, I was with a network of entrepreneurs, and I can say that it's the first time I've ever been in a group of people and felt like the energy just resonated. I loved the model. I loved the people who were talking, the conversations we could have. We could talk about mental health, spirituality, all kinds of spirituality from all over the world as well. And I thought, wow, I feel at home here. But I wasn't feeling too well. You might hear a little rasp in my voice. And I had taken my biofeedback machine with me, and I put myself on the test just to give me a boost. So all through the time there was, and biofeedback, you don't actually have to be there for it to work. So I was on my machine and I was looking at my top 10 stressors. And it was interesting to me because one of the stressors said trauma response. And I'm like, there's a dissonance here because on the outside, I'm feeling comfortable, I'm feeling safe, I'm feeling like this is such a great tribe of people. I love the language. I love that there's ease and flow. I'm laughing, I'm cracking jokes. I'm even teaching them how to dance Jerusalem, right? Because music was on. I was having a great time, but my machine was telling me that one of my top 10 stressors was a trauma response. So, admittedly, I ignored it the first time. I ran the test again and it still came up trauma response. So, I paused for a second and I thought, and this is what I do with my clients when they're doing biofeedback with me and things come up. And obviously, what it does is it prompts your unconscious and subconscious mind. So, if there's a score of pain in your body, then you can pause and think, okay, what's this about? But I've done a lot of inner work. And so, this is where I help people do this inner work, particularly with inner child healing. And it just came to me just like that in the moment. And I thought, oh, I went back to my 7 year old when my parents had just separated and my mom had to take us to a different country. And it was Senegal, beautiful place. I had to go to an international school. But I remember stepping into that environment and thinking, oh my gosh, like a lot of white people. I'm not used to being around so many white people. And when I got there, also, I was kind of told that my English was a second language for me because my accent was different. So in my mind, I'm like, but I've been speaking English all my life. But because it was a different accent, I had to be put in a different kind of group, English as a second language. So I felt insecure. I felt, obviously, there was grief, there was loss of being separated from my country, my culture that I was used to, but also family members. But then there was this excitement about a new adventure. Again, dissonance, where I'm excited about this new adventure, but there's a loss and a grief happening for that inner child and insecurity, fears of transitioning. This is new people. How do I present myself? Particularly being comfortable in my own skin. And in that moment, I got it because here I am, age 42, back in a room filled with white people, and the insecurities were there. But I couldn't understand why inside I was feeling the insecurities, but on the outside, you wouldn't have guessed that because I was just out of myself, being my confident self. But it was what was draining me throughout the whole event. It was because that inner child was saying, I'm scared. I don't know if I belong. Am I saying the right things? Will I fit in? Can I win their approval? And I like to use this word, I chameleonize into what everybody wants me to be, but do I pause and just really think what's comfortable for me? And so here I am in this business event, and my inner child decides it's time to play. Well, it's actually not play, but it's time to pay attention. So I acknowledged that, and I just comforted her. I said, I'm so sorry you went through that. You know, because sometimes you might need other people to do that for you. You can do that for yourself too. When I'm with my clients, I do this. I apologize to that inner child, and we ask that inner child what she needs. And I just stopped and I said, wow, Titi, that was tough. You know, that hurt. That created fears. And you felt lonely, you felt left out, you felt insecure. I hear you, I get that. We validate, we don't dismiss, we don't say, hey, wimp out of it, don't be such a wuss, toughen up, grit up. Yes, there's a place for all of that, but we identify with what's going on. Mindfulness is we pay attention, we don't over identify, neither do we dismiss. So I just paused and I shared it with the person next to me because we could have that kind of language in this place. And I said, I just had an aha moment, and she also affirmed me and cried together. It was so beautiful. Hugged myself, she hugged me, and when all the noises in my head were saying, people think you're weird or people think you're awkward or all this stuff, I had to fact check because people would just give me their numbers. They were like, hey, let's connect. They wanted to hang out with me. So even though what was going inside felt like a reality, it actually wasn't. But that inner child had to heal. And this is what we go through with mental health. We stuff things, we repress them. Trauma, remember, is not just an event that happens, because sometimes we put strong labels on what trauma is and we say, well, I haven't been through anything that bad. No, we don't invalidate any trauma. Trauma are the wounds you sustain and the meanings and associations you add to those wounds. So my wound was grief, was loss, coming into this new world, feeling not confident. My self-esteem felt low, right? And the associations and meanings I put to being in a white environment was, I don't belong. People think I'm weird. I have to adapt. I have to change myself to be what everybody wants me to be, because if not, I'm going to be the one with the different accents. So that's the wound, the association I attached to this trauma, to this wound. So 42 years old in the business meeting, all those things come to play. But because of the beautiful process of healing and work and knowing that you don't have to do it alone, I could talk to that inner child, that 7-year-old, and say, it's okay, I've got you now. Badass goddess warrior right here. It's okay. We've had that, but we're in a different space now, in a different reality. And I could even share that with somebody else next to me who understood and felt safe, and she could affirm me too. What a beautiful, beautiful thing. So today I just really want to pause and say, you are not alone. And you can always reach out for help. It breaks my heart. I've been through many clients. I've seen many different things when people feel that their shame is too strong for someone else. And I find it such a privilege when people come and talk to me about their shame, because I know what that's like. I know what it's like to feel, I can't share that, I can't share this because I'll be judged. Yet we need to get things out of us so that we can actually experience compassion. We can actually experience forgiveness. We can actually experience healing. Because when you are on the other side, and I've been through those hopeless times, those debilitating moments where I just can't see another day and I just can't get up. Trust me, I've been there. And in those moments, I'm so grateful for the people who reached out, but also that I could reach out for help, even as a psychotherapist myself. So if you're struggling today and you're feeling like there's no way out and you don't know what to do, there is help near. Even if you just drop me an inbox and just say hi, that's enough. Just talk to someone. I like Whitney Houston's song. Normally I use a deck of cards, but today I'm just gonna sing this song because Whitney is not here with us today, but I love her song about miracles. There can be miracles when you believe, and though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Mm-hmm. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe? Somehow you will. You will when you believe. Now, they don't always happen when we ask. My kids say I like to exaggerate. But it's easy to give in to your fears. And when you're blinded by your pain, can't see the way, something through the rain. Need to remember this part. I always forget it. A small but still resilient voice says help is very near. So a small, still, resilient voice says help is always near. It's always near. Please reach out, talk to somebody. Affirm yourself. If you have the awareness to know what's going on for you, don't shut her down, him down. Don't shut them down. Whoever is turning up for you in that inner child, affirm them, love them, because you are your biggest advocate. Call on your higher source, because we're not meant to do this alone. Call on your higher source to show you that light at the end of the tunnel when you need it. But know that help is always near, and believe in you, believe in those around you. Affirm someone today on Mental Health Day. And I hope that as you reflect on your week, you can really give yourself a good dose of self-compassion. Okay, I'm going to end with a card. This is Heart Thoughts from Louise Hay. Let's just end with an affirmation for us today. What have we got? There is a solution for every problem. That's what it says. And at the back it reads, there is an ever-ready power that helps me meet and overcome every challenge and crisis in my life. An ever-ready power. That could be within yourself. It could be with somebody else. It could be from your higher source. But it's ever ready. It's there for you whenever you need it. And it meets you and overcomes every challenge and crisis in your life. So lean into that today. Talk to someone. Smile at someone on the streets. That smile could save someone's life. That conversation could save someone's life. Not to feel guilty or don't shoot on yourself, but listen to your intuition and reach out to someone and look after you, because you are the wellspring. Your heart is that wellspring of life, and the more you look after you, the more you can share that love to other people. Take care.